Hello students, good morning. Welcome back to your 27th lecture of English Grammar of Essay 2. As we know that we had started lesson number 20, punctuation, in our last lecture. Let's see what will we learn here in this lecture today. First of all, we revise the previous knowledge. In this topic, we will revise briefly all the topics which we had learnt in our previous lecture, right? Then we will learn about the more kind of punctuations. In our previous lecture, we had learnt about the capital letter, and today we are going to learn about the full stop. So first of all, we will see what is the full stop, uses of full stop with the examples. I will explain the uses of full stop with examples in this topic. Then we will see what is question mark, uses of question mark with examples. I will explain the uses of question mark with the examples, and then we will do the exercise which we are going to learn today, means the punctuations which we are going to learn today on the basis of these punctuation marks. Okay, so let's start. Have you remember what is punctuation? So now we understand that without punctuation mark it is very difficult to understand the sentence. We already learnt in our last lecture, right? So we can say that punctuation mark is a very important for English language. So now we understand that while speaking we pause, stop or change the tone of our voice to make our meaning clear. At that time, it helps the people to understand what we are saying, and when we are going to write the same kind of conversation, we must use the punctuation mark to make our writing clear and meaningful. Have you remember which example we learnt in our previous lecture about the punctuation marks, how the punctuation marks is important in the language? Without punctuation mark, the meaning of the sentence, paragraph or phrases are meaningful, meaningless, and if we want to make them meaningful, we have to use the punctuation marks, right? And we learnt about the which punctuation marks in our last lecture? Yes, capital letter. First of all, we will see and revise the definition of punctuation marks. So we can say that punctuation is the system of sign or symbol given to a reader to show how a sentence is constructed and how it should be read. So punctuation is not only we use only for writing purpose, we also apply it when we are speaking or reading something, and it is a symbol, one kind of sign. From this sign we will understand that what the meaning of the sentence, and the sign of punctuation make the meaning of the sentence clearly. Then sentences are the building blocks used to construct written accounts. As I told you that not only for the reading but also while writing the sentences we must use the punctuation mark, and it is the building blocks of the sentences. Without punctuation mark, the sentence cannot be a meaningful sentence. So while writing we must be use punctuation mark. They are completing the sentence should be read and makes the meaning clear. punctuation marks completing the sentence. For example, when you are writing something or doing something, your project or anything else, while doing your project, you have done your project, right? But if you don't put the main subject in your project, then it will be not done completely. As the same way, without punctuation mark, the sentence not be completing, right? And we already know that what are the common punctuation marks. The most common punctuation marks in English are capital letters, full stop, question marks, commas, exclamation marks, colons, semicolons, etc. But here in this lesson and in this standard, we are going to learn about the capital letters, full stop, commas, question mark and exclamation mark, right? And we already learnt about the capital letter, uses of the capital letters. Here is the chart of the uses of the capital, how and where we use the capital letter. So first use is the very basic rule of the, when you have started the writing in your senior KG or first standard, when you started the writing a sentence, so what will be the first, what was the first instruction of your teacher? Write a first letter capital, right? Have you remember? So it is the very basic rule, capitalize the first word of every sentence and every new line. It means every sentence has a first letter of the first word of every sentence has to be a capital. It is the first rule. Here is the example. I got up early, then I went to school. So what are the every first letter of first word of every sentences has to be a capital, right? Second is capitalize the first word of quoted sentences. When you are something to someone about the third person, at that time we use whatever the instruction, whatever the sentence in the quotation marks, we use the first letter in a capital. Then the third rule is capitalize the names of people. As I told you, all the proper nouns has been written begin with a capital letter, right? We have remembered this rule while we learned about the proper noun also, right? And next rule is capitalize the names of streets, cities, province, states, countries. It means the names of roads, names of cities, names of states, names of countries. It is a one kind of a proper noun. So we have to write the first letter of these categories as a capital. Next is capitalize the place or specific location. When you are talking about the particular place, means the name of the place, location of the place, at that time we have to write the first letter capital. Next is capitalize words derived from the proper nouns. I am headed to the south this summer. Means south is the derived word from the directions, right? So we can use at that time the first letter as a capital letter. Next rule is capitalize the name of the books, movies, arts, articles, etc. Here are the examples: 100 Years of Solitude, the return of Superman. I told you that the name of the books, Bhagavad Gita also, Elizabeth, Alice in Wonderland, Sophia, lots of books are there, lots of movies are there, lots of names of the arts, articles are there. At that time, we use the first letter capital of them, right? Capitalize the pronoun I. As we learnt in our previous lecture that wherever the I is in the sentence, in the beginning, in the middle of the sentence and at the end of the sentence, but just remember that thing, I always written in a capital letter. Capitalize an interjunction and exclamation. Means when we write the exclamation mark, before exclamation mark and after exclamation mark, the first letter of the word has been written as a capital letter. Capitalize opening and closing of a letter. Means when you are writing a letter to someone, at that time first letter and the proper noun, wherever the proper noun, we write a first letter as a capital, and every sentence has been starting with the capital letter. Understand? And one more rule is not mentioned here, is that every line of the poem, this rule has we had learnt in our previous lecture, every line of the poem is first letter of the every line of the poem must be written in a capital letter. Means every line of the poem must be starting with a capital letter. So these are the rules which we had learnt in our previous lecture, right? So let's start our today's topic, and our today's topic is full stop. Do you know what is a full stop? You already know that when we are starting the sentence, we have to write the sentence with a capital letter. But when we have done the sentence, we have written the sentence, we have to just mention it, now we have done the sentence. So the full stop is very important part of the punctuation marks. Let's see the definition. The full stop is a punctuation mark placed at the end of the sentence. As I told you, when you start the sentence, we have to start. We start the sentence with a capital letter, and when we have done the sentence, we have written, we have read the sentence, after then we have to put a full stop to indicate that that sentence is already done completely. So, and the sign of the full stop is like a dot. So after every sentence you have to put a full stop. Simple sentences, right? Have you remembered the instruction of your teacher when the teacher told you that write the first letter capital and after every sentence put a full stop? This is the first instructions given by the teacher when you started the writing sentences, right? Why do we use a full stop? Let's see. Full stop is used for a longest pause, means big stop. It indicates that the sentence is done completely. So, while in between any punctuation marks in the sentence, it is for a very short time. But when we put a full stop, it indicates a big pause, longest duration to continue with the second sentence. It is used to mark to the end of a sentence. That's why we use full stop as a end of the sentence. Let's see what are the uses of full stop. End of a sentence when it is a statement. Statement means a simple sentence. When we are writing or speaking any simple sentences, at that time, after every sentence, after return or after reading every sentence, we have to, while reading, we have to take a longest pause, or after writing, we have to put a dot. Means, yes, full stop. Dot means full stop. It is look like a dot to indicate that the sentence is done, right? So it is the very common rule of the full stop. Let's see the example. He is playing football. It is a very simple sentence. Now what will we do to punctuate this sentence? First of all, just observe the sentence. How many punctuation marks will be added in this sentence? 2. Which one is this? First is the first letter of the first word will be capital, and after sentence we will put full stop. So what will be the answer? He is playing football. Understand? So this is the way we have to put a full stop to indicate that the sentence is completed. Now Jashvi and Vrusti are best friends, right? Here, which, how many punctuation marks will become here? 2 punctuation marks, but we use at a in a 3 times. First letter of Jashvi, first letter of Vrusti, and after sentence we will put full stop. So what will be the answer? Jashvi, Vrusti are best friends. Understand? Let's see the next rule. Next rule is to indicate abbreviated words. Abbreviated words means what? When we want to make a word or phrase shorter. When we are, sometimes we use short form of the word, right? At that time we have to use full stop. A full stop indicates abbreviations unless first and last word letters of the words are shown. Means in some way, some cases, means when we are talking about some degrees, when we are talking about some profession, so we cannot write whole the spelling of the profession or degree. At that time we divide them in a 2 part or very short form. At that time, in between of them or after the short form, we have to put a full stop. Let's see which are the words. Have you remembered the words Mr.? We don't write the whole spelling of Mr. Raman. Then we don't write M-I-S-T-E-R and then Raman. Okay. What will we write? M-R. So at that time we write full capital letter M, R and then dot. It indicates Mr. Mrs. M-R-S, Mrs. So Mrs. Raman. So we write M as a capital letter, R and S in a small letter, and then put full stop to indicate Mrs. in a short way. Then Miss, M-S, Miss means M-S, M as a capital letter, S in a small, and then full stop. Now we are talking about some profession. Which are some profession we write as a short form? Doctor. We don't write whole spelling of doctor when we are talking about the name of the doctor, right? What will we write? Have you know? Do you know? Yes. D as a capital letter and R as a small, and then put full stop. It is a short form of the doctor, and at that time we put a full stop. So let's see the example and get more clarity of this. I get up at 6 a.m. Here also the abbreviation of the time. The full form of the a.m. is not a.m. right? Anti-meridian is the full form of a.m. So we will write only a from anti and meridian m from meridian. So we will write in a short form. So at that time we put full stop after a. So how many punctuation mark we will use here? First of all, first letter in a capital, then after A we will put full stop, and then yes, M. I get up at 6 a.m. Understand? It A after dot, it indicate us A is the shortest form of the anti-meridian, right? AM is the shortest form. Now let's see the another example. My sister is in third year of BCom. Here is we are going to talk about the degrees: BCom, B.Ed, BSc, BPharm, MD are some kind of degree. When we are going to write the full form of degree, it is the Bachelor of Commerce, Bachelor of Science. It is the full form of that. But generally we use the short form of the degree. So at that time what will we do? We use after bachelor, we use B. We take a B from bachelor, then put dot, and whatever the degree is, commerce, science, we put the short form of the degree at that time. So here we will write the first letter capital, after B put full stop, and then again full stop after COM. So my sister is in third year of BCom. BCom means Bachelor of, it is a particular name of the degree, that's why we write B as a capital letter. So this is the way we are going to write. When we are going to write the phrase or word shorter, we use particular a full stop, right? Let's see the next use of the full stop is after words goodbye, alright and hi, we use full stop. When we are using these three words in the sentence, at that time, after that word, we use full stop and then write the another sentence, rest of the sentence. Let's see the example. Yes. Hi Amit, I am Janish. Here we have hi, then what will we do? As I told you, we write hi, H capital, I, then dot, then Amit is the proper noun, so we will write A in a capital letter, I always will be in a capital letter, and Janish is also, yes, Janish is also the proper noun, so we will write J in a capital letter and then we will put full stop. So what will we do? H of hi will be capital, A of Amit will be capital, then we will put full stop. Hi Amit, then we will put full stop, then the rest of the sentence, I am Janish. So let's see the answer of this sentence. Hi Amit, I am Janish. This is the answer of this kind of sentences. Next rule of is Mr., Mrs. and Miss, Doctor, etc. As I told you in our above rules, these are called the titles. At that time we use after that Mr. What is the shortest form of Mr.? MR, then dot. Mrs. MRS, that dot. Miss MS dot. Doctor DR dot. So let's see the example of this kind of title. Mr. Sharma is our neighbor. So here Mr. we will write M as the first letter capital and then put full stop. Sharma is a proper name of the particular person. It is a surname. So we will write S as a capital letter and then we will put a full stop. So what will be the answer? Mr. Sharma is our neighbor. So this changes we have done with capital letter and full stop. So now this sentence is fully punctuated, right? Now the next sentence is Dr. Patel is the youngest among all of us. So here doctor is there. So what will we do? Because the doctor of D is the first letter of the sentence, we will write Dr. D as a capital letter. Then after DR, we will put full stop. Again, Patel is a surname. That's why we write Patel. P of Patel is as a capital letter. Then after sentence, we will put full stop. So let's see the answer. Yes, Dr. Patel is the youngest among all of us. Understand? This is the way we use full stop. Let's move on. The next rule, after decimal points. When we are talking about some percentage about our studies, percentage of possibility, at that time we use a full stop between some numbers, right? Let's see. Suraj gets 92-65 percentage in exam. It will be not 92-65, 9265, no. But when we have to use as a decimal point, then it will be Suraj gets 92.65% in exam. This point indicates as a full stop, right? So 92 is a whole part of the percentage, and another 65 percentage, 0.65 are extra marks he gets in the exam. And as a Suraj is a proper noun, and just because it is the first S of the Suraj it is the first letter of the sentence, we will write S in a capital letter. Next is in indicate after phrases. Phrases means what? Phrases means the small sentences. When you are in the school, then lots of phrases used by you and the teachers. Have you remember any one phrases? Come here, go there, sit down, don't do, don't make a noise. They are the phrases. So after phrases, we will put the full stop. Let's see the example of this. Come here. It is a very common phrase. And we will write here, come here, full stop. Understand? And the next is the punctuate numbers and the dates. Means when you are writing the date without use a oblique, at that time we use full stop. And sometimes we write the date and then write the short form month, name of the month in a short form, and then write the whole year. At that time also we use a full stop. Let's see the example. We should submitted papers by 10/2/2021. Here if we are using oblique, it is okay. But if we want to write in a punctuate in a proper way, then we use oblique, or the another is we will put full stop after 10, after 2 and after the sentence. And just because W of V is the first letter of the sentence, we will write W as a capital letter. So what will be the answer? We should submitted papers by 10/2/2021. Just like this. Understand? So these are the rules of the full stops. I hope you have clear all the rules where we use the full stops, right? In which conditions, in which cases we use the full stop. Now we are moving on the next punctuation mark, and it is the question mark. What is the question mark? The question mark is the very important part of the punctuation, and we use the question mark while asking something. When we are asking about something to someone, after then asking, after the sentence, narrating, reading and writing, we use a question mark. While we are speaking, while we speak the question, the tone of our voice, the tone of our reading will be changed. Let's see the definition. The question mark is a punctuation mark placed at the end of the question. Where we put the question mark? End of the question, end of the sentence. When you are asking about something to someone is called the question. If I am asking about you, how are you? Then I am not speaking like this, how are you? No, my tone is how are you? Is asking tone. At that time when you speak like this, then the another person is understand that you are asking him or her, right? So while we write the question in a sentence, then by the using the sign of question mark, we will understand that it is a question. But while speaking, we have to change our tone, and the sign of the mark is question mark is like this. The question mark sign is like this. So after, if you are asking something about something to someone, at that time after the sentence we use this symbol, this sign as a question mark. Let's see what are the uses of question mark. We have just a basic rule learnt in our last previous standard, that we use when we are asking something about someone, right? At that time we put a question mark after the sentence. It is a very basic rule. So we use a question mark to end of a question, and question means asking. When you are asking something to someone, who is her cousin, it is the question. So you can't read it, who is her cousin. No, it is the not proper pronunciation of this question. While you are speaking, you have to change your tone, and while you are writing, you have to add question mark after the sentence. So what will the changes here? W, we will write W as a capital and then put a question mark. So who is her cousin, right? Next is, do you have an idea? So what will we do? First letter capital, and after sentence we will not put full stop. We are asking something, then we will put question mark. Do you have an idea? So this is the way we pronounce the question mark. Questions. The another rule is, we use question mark to end of a question to end a direct question. It means that when two persons are in front of each other and two are talking to each other, and at that time one person is asking to someone else, the another one, at that time it is called the direct question about him or her. Two friends, Ravi and Rani, are friends. They are talking to each other, and Ravi asking something about Rani. At that time it is called the direct question, right? So at that time we use a question mark. Let's see the example. Have you done your lunch? Means it is a very common. It is not only for the two person, but it is for the general question. Have you done your lunch? Then at that time we use a question mark. It is a very basic rule. Are you ready? It is not only for the first. When you are in the school, and if you have you will have any competition, you will participate in any competition, at that time, at the beginning of the competition, what will the teacher ask? Are you ready? Then it is for all the students. So here, are you ready is the pronunciation like, just like. we will pronounce it just like are you ready, like this. And because of are is the first word of the sentence, that's why we use A as a capital letter. Let's move on. The next rule is we use question mark in a series of questions. It means that when we are asking 2 or 3 questions in a sentence, in one sentence, at that time we use question mark after every questions. Just look here the example, what he is not there. Here we asking 2 questions. What is not there? It is 2 questions. So what after question mark is not there after question mark. Let's see the another. Where is Ravi? When did you meet him last time? So first question is where is Ravi? When did you meet him last time? So you have to write this type of sentences like this. Where is Ravi? When did you meet last time? This is the way when the series of the questions are in a sentence, at that time we will put question mark in this way. The next rule of the question mark is we use a question mark to end of a tag questions. And what is the meaning of tag question? A statement followed by the question. Sometimes when we are talking about something, then we will statement. We will give the statement about it, and then if we are not sure about that, we will ask of its quality or its condition, right? For example, if you have a new pencil, then you show your pencil to your friend and you said that this is my new pencil. It has very nice color, right? Then you are not sure that your friend like your pencil's color, then at that time what will you ask? Isn't it? Yes. So this is the point, is that at that time we will use in this type of cases we will use the question mark after the sentence. Let's see the example and get more clarity. She is a polite girl. Is she? It means I know that she is a polite girl, but when I react the sentence, when I speak the sentence, I just observe the another person, he likes or he or she likes or doesn't like it, right? But at that time, if I want to their his or her opinion about my statement, at that time I will ask some short question. So I will use question mark, and what will be the answer? She is a polite girl. Is she? Understand? So this is the way in this type of sentences we will use question mark after the sentence. Whenever the statement is that, we will put full stop, and after then whatever the shortest sentence is there, shortest question is there, after the question we will put a question mark. Raghav is going for shopping with his parents. Is he? So in this case what will we do? We will write the first sentence same as it is with the proper punctuation mark. It means we will write only R of Raghav in a capital letter, and parents, after parents we will put full stop. And what is the question? Is he? So I of is will be capital, and after he we will put question mark. So Raghav is going for shopping with his parents. Is he? Like this. Understand? So it is called the tag question. Now these are the rules of full stops and question marks. I hope you have understand all the rules of full stop and question marks. So now let's start the exercise according the punctuation marks which we learned today and in our previous lecture. In our previous lecture we already learnt about the capital letters, and today we have learnt about what? Yes, full stop and the question mark. So in this exercise we punctuate the sentences by using capital letter, full stop and question mark. So let's see what will be the heading. What is the heading of the the heading of the exercise is insert capital letter, full stop or question mark where needed in the following sentence. It is not compulsory that each and every sentence has a full stop or question mark needed. Question mark and full stop are the ending punctuation. Is either full stop is there or question mark is there. Okay, or in some cases, as per the uses, as per the condition of the sentence, as per the sentence, we use these punctuation marks in the sentences. Let's start the exercise. First sentence is Lalita joined on 21st Jan 2020. Here, how many punctuation marks we will use? All the three? No. We will use capital letter because L of Lalita is the first letter of the first word, and just because Lalita is a proper noun, we already know that the proper noun has been written with a capital letter, right? Then here date is mentioned 21st Jan. So after 21st we will put comma. Jan means not Jan. It is a short form of the month of January. So J as a capital letter just because the month name of the month, and Jan is the short form. After Jan we will put full stop, and then after the year we will put full stop just because it is the ending of the sentence. So let's see. Lalita is joined 21st Jan 2020. Understand? So this is the way we use the punctuation. Let's see the another sentence. Mrs. Joshi is our new maths teacher. As we learnt that when we are using the short form of the titles, at that time we will use full stop. When we are talking about the surname, we will write the first letter capital, then we will write the first letter of the subject, particular subject, as a capital letter, and after sentence, if it is a statement, if it is a simple sentence, we will put full stop. So what will be the answer? Mrs. Joshi is our new maths teacher. So this is the way we will punctuate the sentence, this type of sentence punctuation. Next is, it is very cold today, isn't it? Here, yes, the tag questions are there. So what will we do? We will write the first sentence same as it is with the capital letter. After the first sentence we will put full stop. So after which word we will put full stop? Yes, after today. So we will write it is very cold today, full stop. I of it will be capital, and then isn't it is the next semi question, short question. So I as a capital, and after it we will put a question mark. So let's see the, yes, it is very cold today, isn't it? So this is the way we will punctuate sentence. Next is, how old are you? It is a, now some phrases, this is also phrase, or we can say that the short sentence. So what can we do? First letter capital, and then we understand that this is asking something. In this sentence asking tone is there, that's why we use question mark. How old are you? Like this. Where are you? Are you okay? Again, two sentences are there. It is series of a question. Two sentences, two asking things in a sentence, in one sentence. At that time, we have to divide both the sentence with the question mark. So what will be the first question? Where are you? Question mark. Are you okay? Question mark. So both first letter of both sentence will be capital. Let's see the answer. Where are you? Question mark. W of where will be capital. Are you okay? The R, A of R will be capital, and then question mark. My uncle is principal in the B.Ed college. Here my, then yes, B.Ed is the one kind of degree. So we will write the, it is a, we will write B in a capital letter, then we will put full stop, ed in short form, then college. C also will be capital because it is a name of a institute. So these are the uses of, we had learnt about the capital letters, full stop and question mark. I hope you have understand properly all the uses of these three punctuation. In our next lecture, we will learn about the exclamation mark and just revise the uses of the apostrophe. It is a one kind of possession, as we know that, right? We had learnt the difference between apostrophe and possession in our previous lesson. So good day, have a good day.